In this quick video, we're going to take a look at our new comparison reports. If we look in the left menu and click under reports, we can look down and see comparison. If we click this, let's just create a new report to see how it works. As you can see, we start off with a blank screen with the date range picker and a plus icon. Let's start by clicking the plus. This will give us an option where we can choose any instrument that we're interested in. We can choose any parameter from the instrument that we're interested in, and we can look at different types of information. Let's choose some things to see how this might work. So let's choose incubator 1, and let's choose a parameter. And as you can see, once we choose an instrument, we'll only be allowed to choose from the parameters it has available. So we'll look at internal temperature, and we'll just look at a graph, and we'll see what this looks like. So as you can see, there's only a few data points for our date range, so let's change the date range. Let's just look at the entire month of June. Okay, so we have a little bit more data. Obviously this is test data, so it's a little bit all over the place. But what we can do now is we can actually add other instruments to look at. So let's say we want to see incubator 2, and we also want to see the internal temperature, and we'll leave that as graph. So now we can actually see how these two instruments changed compared to one another. Let's quickly add a couple more things. So let's just look at incubator 1. Let's choose the internal temperature again, and let's look at the mean. And let's add one more thing. Let's look at incubator 2. Let's look at the internal temperature, and let's look at the mean. So when we add these things, they'll show up at the bottom, and they'll give us some basic stats related to the min, max, number of entries, and of course the mean, since that's the stat that we selected. So what I wanted to show is that there's actually a number of different things you can look at, but what this report is meant to do is to allow you to compare anything in your lab to anything else in your lab. Finally, this is a saved report, and there's a couple of things you can do. So you can rearrange these things however you like, and the page will smartly kind of bend around what you would like to do. And you can also change the title by just clicking here and calling it Incubator 1 versus Incubator 2. And we should spell incubator correctly. So we'll save this, and then you'll see this is saved this way, so you can come back to it and look at it later. This feature has a lot of possibilities, so if you are interested, it would be great for you to just take some time and experiment and see what you can come up with. But that's about it for this video. Obviously, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us, and I will talk to you soon.